If you've been searching for a plant-based, easy pumpkin pie recipe, look no further. This one is a keeper. With just a handful of ingredients, you can whip everything together in a blender or bowl, pour it into a pie shell, and bake your way to holiday perfection. This recipe is not only simple, but also guaranteed to become a crowd favorite at your next family dinner or holiday event. Let's get started with the main ingredient, a can of pumpkin puree. Now, a quick pro tip here, make sure you grab pure pumpkin puree and not pumpkin pie filling. The latter is pre-sweetened and spiced, and we want full control over the flavor. Add the pumpkin puree to your blender or mixing bowl. Next, pour in a 3/4 cup of full fat coconut milk. This adds the richness that makes every bite so creamy and satisfying. Now for the sweetness, add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar and a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. The combination of these two adds depth and a hint of caramel-like flavor. Then sprinkle in a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, which will help set the pie beautifully once it bakes. This is where all the magic of fall comes alive. You can customize your spice blend to suit your taste, but here's my go-to combo, about 2 teaspoons in total, where you're gonna have about a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Oh, and let's not forget the 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Whether you use real or artificial vanilla, it'll bring everything together beautifully. Blend everything up until it's smooth and consistent in your blender. Your filling should be velvety and ready to pour into a pie shell. Now, a quick confession, this is not a baking channel, so I'm skipping the homemade pie crust tutorial. Instead, I'm using a store-bought plant-based graham cracker crust. It's convenient, delicious, and honestly, nobody's going to complain once they taste this filling. Pour the pumpkin mixture into the crust and smooth it out with a spatula to ensure it bakes evenly. This step is crucial for that picture-perfect pie look. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Place your pie on the center rack and let it bake for about 60 minutes. Keep an eye on it towards the end. You want the filling to be set, but to still have a slight jiggle in the center. Once it's done baking, let it cool for about 10 minutes before transferring it to the fridge. To prevent a skin from forming on the top, you're gonna wanna cover the pie with plastic wrap, making sure it touches the surface of the filling, and let it chill overnight, or at least for 4 hours for the best results. When it's time to serve, your pie will be silky, creamy, and bursting with warm spice flavors. I brought this pie to a family dinner over the holidays, and let me tell you, it stole the show. It even beat out the store-bought pies on the table that night. That's the kind of dessert legacy that we're creating here. I hope you enjoy this recipe as much as I did making it and eating it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you're curious about more recipes, stick around. The next video will feature another one of my favorites, something to spark your curiosity and make you very hungry. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more plant-based deliciousness, and I'll see you in the next video.